Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, welcome to another video. Of course, today is Rose Derby Day, but we have a really important news which is about taking over of Manchester United Football Club. We always wanted to see Glazer walk out from the Manchester United and owned by the wealthy family. Now, it's like, our dream is very close to come true because we have a really important news. This is coming from the Mike Keegan, the Daily Mail Sport. Okay, this is what he says. Okay, Qatari investors are planning an incredible mega money sweep for Manchester United and want to give manager Eric Ten Hag the financial backing to lead the club back to the top. Yes, back to the top. That was the place where we used to be. We need to get there as soon as possible because we used to rule England, we used to rule Europe, right? So we are far away from that, that level. So we need to increase our squad and we need to increase our squad player. So we need investment. So that is a really great point. And he continues saying fan engagement is at the heart of their bid and they may well seek the views of the supporters on the future of stadium. That is one of the things that we need to do. We need to develop, we need to, the new, not a new stadium, we need to improve our stadium. Okay, there is never ever need a new stadium. Old Trafford is the classic Old Trafford. There is no need new one, right? But we need improvement, right? We need development. We need a facility development, gyms, pool, the training ground, whatever it is. We need to improve our stadium. And then, it continues in the bid for Manchester United would come from the separate individual Qatari investors. There is no interest in taking a partial stake, with only a full blown takeover being discussed. So this is very important part because Glazer have a two plan. One, and the priority thing is to sell a whole club, and second is to sell some of the shares of Manchester United. This is no good because as long as they are part of the Manchester United owner, there is no way we could be developed, that we should to be. That's why I don't think buying a stake or buying a stake isn't gonna work. Okay, they need to buy a whole club. They need to take a full takeover, right? That's why. So I think this is a very important point. So in conclusion, there is a lot of main points when it comes to this news. So one of the thing is they are keen on a quick conclusion. Their family is worth $335 billion. 8 billion plus redevelopment on the club is not an issue for them, and they are very confident of winning this bidding war. They only want a full takeover, and the Emir of Qatar is a big fan engagements at the heart. So there could be one or two problems when it comes to taking over because they own the Qatari sport investment own Paris Saint-Germain, which means it is difficult to own two clubs in one competition. Of course, PSG is playing in the French Ligue 1. We are playing of course in England, so Premier League, but there could be a chance. There is a chance that we could meet. Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester United could meet in the Champions League, which means they cannot own that way. So that's why they are not trying to buy Manchester United with the name or under the name of Qatari sport investment. They're trying to buy as an individual, which means the family. All right, they are part of the investor. The last World Cup in Qatar. That's why they are trying to buy and with their family name, not with the Qatari investment, Qatari sport investment group, so they can own. But another difficult or another barrier could be is the approval from the Premier Leagues. We know that it took over a years to buy a Newcastle, right? And then Abu Dhabi Club, and then they own it after that year later. That's why I think it could be really a barrier for the Qatari investment group, because there are a lot of rumors has been released when it comes to human rights, to building, when they built the stadium for the stadium for the World Cup. So there are a lot of rumors has been releasing. So the other 19 Premier Leagues, the other 19 Premier League clubs, owner or director or whatever, they may be rejected. All right, they may not agree with it. That is a bit issue. That's why Newcastle took, that's why they took over a year to buy a Newcastle. So that is a really difficult part. But at the end of the day, everything's went very well, right? That's why I think it is a very important one, and of course it is very difficult one. So we should, I think if they are not even by Manchester United, I think if it is Sergeant Ratcliffe, the one who was going to buy Manchester United, is a really great choice, because Sergeant Ratcliffe is a really huge Manchester United fan, right? We were since he was a fan since he was a child, so he may trying to give the investment, right? He may try to give the money, because we need money. The reason is we need to develop our stadiums. We need to, and there are a lot of facilities that we need to develop, right? That's why I think Sergeant Ratcliffe or Qatari family, I think it is okay. Of course, Qatar has a way richer than Sergeant Ratcliffe, and they want to invest in our club. Think about it, 8 billion plus to invest in our club is not an issue. Think about it, 8 billion. That is 2 more billion than to buy for Manchester United, because Glazer are demanding for 6 billion for a person or family or group who wants to buy Manchester United. Actually, the reality price or the reliable price or is it should be 4 billion, right? Or we worth nearly 4 billion, so 4.5 billion is okay. But Glazer is Glazer, okay? Glazer demand is 6 billion, and they are ready to pay, okay? And they expected to win this bidding war, okay? Of course, they are not alone in this bidding war to buy the Manchester United. There is Sergeant Ratcliffe. There are a lot of guys from there are a lot of people from the American. There are a lot of investors in the world who wants to buy Manchester United, trying to compete against them. But of course, they have a very good chance to win this bidding war. That's why I think they should probably become Manchester United owner. They probably become Manchester United owner in the future. We might know. Of course, it is not a quick step. It is very difficult to buy a whole football club, right? So, and then we have a 500 million debt, which is how can I say that? Glazer didn't pay any penny of standard debt. That's why the interest rate is always high and always increasing. So now 500 million over, that is a debt for Manchester United. That is a big issue, but not for the Qatari investment. So I think they could be the right owner for Manchester United. Ever since they landed in Europe, the PSG, Sixpack organization, and Red Bull organization. Now the Abu Dhabi richest man. So that's why I think they could be the real owner for Manchester, the right owner for Manchester United, because we need investment. Okay, Glazer are not going to here to invest. They are here to make money, and then they make a lot of money, and now they are trying to make plus 2 billion. So I think in my opinion, I think they could be the right owner, because they are ready to invest. They are ready to back everything hard. They are ready to compete against the biggest club in Europe, the biggest club in England. It doesn't matter for them. They are trying to compete against Newcastle. They are trying to compete against Manchester City. So I think they could be the right owner. Okay, they are ready to invest in our club development, and they are ready to invest in our January or summer transfer windows. Those are really needed, because every time I need the quality players to become one of the very dangerous clubs in Europe, not in England, you know. So we need a Frankie de Jong, we need a central midfielder, we need a right back, goalkeeper, of course the main one, the striker. It could be, we could use 250 million euros to fill those positions. We never know, right? That's why I think we really need the right owner to back Erik ten Hag. If there is with the owner back Erik ten Hag, of course Erik ten Hag can make difference and can win the trophies. Now we are one step away from the winning the one trophy, EFL Cup, right? This is a huge step for Erik ten Hag because at the beginning of the season, we lost 2 consecutive Premier League games, and we were one of the worst team in Premier League history, for Manchester United history. And then now we are back to the top. So this is how the Erik ten Hag affected for Manchester United. Imagine if he gets the support from the Glazer. We are, now one step away from the winning EFL Cup. So we could be the danger one in Europe, top 5 teams. That's why I think we need the right owner, and this should be the right owner. And I think they are going to be the right owner if they get a chance to take over, if they bought Manchester United as a full takeover, right? So what do you think about this story, guys? Make sure in the comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.